Sharmila, working as an assistant professor in Information Technology Department. Today I am going to discuss about introduction to CSS. CSS is cascading style sheet. So what is CSS? So we already have HTML elements to decorate a website, to develop a website. Then why we need CSS? The purpose of CSS is it is going to add some extra style to our HTML elements. The main purpose of CSS is which is used for reusability. Once we have developed a CSS, we can use the same CSS file for many HTML documents. Okay, so that is why we go for CSS. The main purpose of CSS is it is going to separate the content from the styles. It is going to separate the content from the styles. It improves reusability. It gives consistent styles to our web pages. Okay, that's why we are going for CSS. Now we are going to discuss about the generations about CSS. The first version of CSS was developed at 1994. The second version was developed at 1998. The later 1998 CSS3 was evolved. It is still evolving. Okay. Now we are going to see about the core syntax of CSS. The syntax is selector, property, colon, value. Each statement should end with semicolon. What is selector? Selector is nothing but to which HTML tag we are going to apply the style. For example, H1 is my HTML element. I am going to apply the style H1. The color of H1 is blue. So which is called a property color. The value is blue. This is called a declaration statement. So within a curly brace, we may have more than one declaration statement. So if you are having more than one declaration statement, which is called a declaration block. So each and every declaration block is having more than one rule set. We can have minimum of one rule set. So this is called a rule. If you have more than one rule, we call it as a rule set. Now we will see about what are the different types of selectors. We will have element selector, then class selector, ID selector, group selector. So these are all the types of, the last one is universal selector. So these are all the types of selectors. The element selector is simple selector, which we have already seen. Only one element we are going to add a style. So I am going to add the color as blue or black. The value may be a string or it may be a hexadecimal value. That's our developer's choice. You can give either blue, red, pink or green. Otherwise you can give a hexadecimal values like any combination of hexadecimal values. Then class selector. The class selector is once I have design a class of styles. For example, I am using left. This is my class name. So all the class selector are preceded by the symbol dot. So I am going to apply the styles as align. The alignment is left. The font style is font hyphen style. The font style is bold. Then font size is 20 pixel. So I can use this class selector in my HTML program wherever I need this same style. For example, I am having a HTML program. HTML head. Inside the head I am having a simple title. So you can give your own choice of title. Then within a body I am having three paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Okay. So the first paragraph I am using the class is left. So we have a paragraph content, then I close that paragraph. The second paragraph I simply give a content, I don't give any class selector. The third type I am giving class as left, then I give a content and I close that paragraph. So wherever I use left, so I use the first paragraph as left, the third paragraph is also left. So my CSS is going to apply this 3 styles to this 2 paragraph, not for this paragraph, because we have inserted classes left. So all the class selectors are preceded by dot symbol. So class can be used by more than one elements. Class can be used by more than one elements. The next one is ID selector. So ID selector, usually ID means we call it as unique. So to identify an object or a person, we use a ID which is going to uniquely identify a particular thing. Likewise, ID is going to uniquely identify your element. Uniquely identify your element. All the ID selectors are preceded by the symbol hash. For example, I am creating hash left or right, whatever the selector name is our choice. So hash right in our program. I use ID as right. Then I give some content, I close that paragraph, then I close body and the HTML. So which is going to apply this right, under right we will write some styles. We can write any color or font size, whatever the styles, it will be applied to this paragraph. So what is the difference between class and ID is, ID can be used to only one element. I can use this style to only this paragraph, but class can be applied to more than one element. So that is the difference. The next type is group selector. I can give same style to more than one selectors. So I want to apply the same set of styles to H1, paragraph and body. So inside I give some styles. Font family, Arial, font sizes 20 pixel. So this will be applied to all 3 elements. So which is called a group selector. We must use this comma which is going to separate the selectors. Suppose if you are not using this comma, it will take like a inheritance. That is the element which is inside a paragraph and inside the H1. So it will think it is an inheritance. So we must use comma as a separator when we are using a group selector. The last one is universal selector. Universal selector. The symbol is star. So under star I am going to write certain styles. So when I use universal selector, so all the elements in my HTML file will have the same style. So when I use universal selector, all the elements in my HTML file will have the same style. All the elements are bold and the color is green. So which is the universal selector. So we have seen 5 types of selectors. The first one is element selector, then class selector, ID, then universal selector. Then we have seen about group selector. The next one is 3 types of CSS. There are 3 types of CSS. The first one is inline. Second one is internal. The third type is external. Mostly we will use external because it only imports reusability. So that's why we use external CSS. Suppose our program is very small in size, we use only a few lines of code in HTML, then we can go for inline and internal. So the inline style sheet is, we use a style inside the tag. For example, I am going to add a style to a paragraph. So I use the term style as an attribute. This attribute will have a value, color, blue. So where we represent the rule in our CSS that will be added as an attribute value in our inline style sheet. So in inline style sheet, we add the style as an attribute. For that style, we are using a value, color as blue, as a within a double quotes we represent as a value. Okay, so this is called the inline style sheet. The second type is internal style sheet. So all the internal styles are added within a head. We must add a tag style. So under this we have to add the styles. For example, I have to add a style to a H1. So H1 is a selector, so no need to use angular bracket. So style H1. So under this I use a curly brace. The font size is 50 pixel. So then I have to close a head. So all the internal style sheets are added within head. We cannot add internal style sheet within a body. So the internal style sheets are always comes under header portion. So there is an optional parameter type within style, that is text or CSS. This is optional. If you want, we can use. Otherwise, we can simply use style. You have to close style before closing head. Okay, so this is called the internal style sheet. The last and important style sheet is external style sheet. So first I have to create my style sheet. I create ex.css. The .css is our extension. First I write my CSS. H1. The font size of H1 is blue. Font size is 10 pixel. Then body. So which will applies to all the elements which comes under body. So body, the background color is background hyphen color is green. So I added two style in my style sheet. So which will be saved as ex.css. Then we will write our HTML file. So in that we have HTML. Then we have head. So our style sheet will be imported inside the head. Okay, so for that we are using link tag, link rel equal to style sheet. Then type as, both are optional parameters. If you want, we can add type as CSS or text. The last parameter is href, which is not optional, which is a mandatory one. Here only we are giving the location of our CSS file. So our name of the CSS file is ex.css. Give a location, entire location of your file. Otherwise, simply place your CSS inside the HTML file. So ex.css. So here I have imported my CSS file, which is called the external CSS. Close your head tag. Then within a body, you can write your own set of tags. The browser will identify this file and import this styles to this HTML, which is called the external CSS. That's all about introduction to CSS.